Well, I mean, along the way, as TLC is building up, Left Eye ends up burning down Andre Rison's house, which kind of took their level of celebrity to a whole different place.
It did, and it took them to a whole different place, and it hurt them at the same time because they were just coming off all the bankruptcy stuff, and was just getting in the studio, and I remember when they called me and said, "Look at the TV, Lisa's burned the house down." I'm like, "Oh, here it goes," because she had this thing that Tupac told her a long time ago: if they're not talking bad about you, they're not saying nothing about you. And so she would just kind of act out even more based off of that. And even though I didn't think that she meant to burn the house down, she had this streak in her at that time. And it ended up being, where they lost endorsements. Like TLC's never really had anything, the things they should have done as a big group, they never did because of stuff like that. No CoverGirl endorsements, no Pepsi. You never seen them with no makeup. You never seen them they didn't even do a world tour until now they're touring because it was just very difficult. And the group ended up being way bigger. The records and the image of the group end up kind of being way bigger because of all of that. They'll be sitting in New York, and Lisa started getting to this thing where she would just go back and forth. Like she'd go back to MTV and tell them that she quit right after they finished another interview saying that they were all together, and then so it just turned into this. At one point it turned kind of dark, because she was just like on a mission to be her and to stand out in any way possible, and that way wasn't really good all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I remember after she burned the house down, they did like a Vibe cover shoot where they're wearing fireman outfits.
Fireman outfits. I was like, is this good or bad? I'm not sure if this is a good idea. But right after that shoot, she walked out and told them she quit.
Oh, really?
At MTV that day, yes. Because the girls had left.
Wow.
And went back and thought everything was cool, and she went back to MTV and told them, nah, you know what? I was just saying that because they were here. I actually quit.
Well, you end up working with them for a bunch of projects, for their first 3 projects, I guess?
Yeah. I was, they wouldn't, because I was the writer of all the songs, and when the girls would come in to work, I would have the songs done already, and they would just come in and sing, fill in the blanks, so I put them on the records, but the whole point of view and everything came from me writing them, and so T-Boz wouldn't even work with anybody else. It was hard to get her to go in the studio with anybody except for me and Jermaine. And so I just had the keys to it, and I knew where it was supposed to go next, and I knew, what would make us different. I knew by the time we got to Fan Mail that it was time for another change, and I knew I was going to do an Unpretty type song. Just from listening to Annie DeFranco and Alanis Morissette and all that, so okay, it was time to take them somewhere else. But I always had the vision for where the group should go next,
Well, yeah, I mean, you did Creep, which was #1.
Yeah. That was one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite true stories ever.
Right, because it was about your own relationship.
Yeah, it's about my girlfriend I had at the time, and I knew I wasn't being faithful. I knew I wasn't at the house, and so she was just like, "Yo, man, and I found her cheating on me, and then she's like, well, "What do you expect me to do, man? You haven't been here. I've been loyal to you, and I just needed some attention, and you haven't been giving it to me. And we're friends, so I didn't want to hurt you, but yeah, I had to figure it out." And I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna have to take this one for the team. You're right. So I was gonna write a song about it.
Yeah, and it became a huge song.
Yeah.
Now, you and Chili ended up having a baby at one point.
Yeah.
What album was that around?
That was doing in between Crazy Sexy Cool and the Fan Mail record.
Okay. And were you maintaining a relationship with her this whole time, or were you guys on and off?
No, we didn't relate. Nobody knew she was pregnant until she was 9 months, because she would just wear big, oversized sweatshirts and she was so little. And it wasn't until my mom saw her one day spitting in a cup. My mom was like, "Did you just spit in a cup? You're pregnant." I'm like, "What does that mean? I never even heard of that before." And she was walking around with a cup, just spitting in this cup. And by the time my mom and them figured it out, she was 9 months. It kind of just came, and nobody really had a chance to be, it wasn't enough. She was so afraid of what Pebbles and the girls and all that stuff would think that she just wanted to keep it to herself, So we just hid it for the longest.